The Mars opposition is bringing in frustration and conflict, and we want these kind of solutions, problem solvings, and new concepts to come in a place of safety. Welcome to the Story of Spirit podcast, where practical spirituality meets real life. Hi, I'm your host, She Tells Story. I'm a psychic medium, grief support counselor, professional astrologer, and a human design reader, and of course, a law of attraction master coach. With my unique blend of spiritual and practical tools, I am here to help you align with your soul-led purpose and ignite a life that sets your soul on fire. In this podcast, we are going to explore the principles of energy, astrology, spirituality, and psychology to help you heal your grief and create an aligned life and business from the inside out. Whether you are looking to deepen your intuition, understand your cosmic design, or transform your business, this podcast is for you. Join me each week for insightful discussions, practical tips, and inspiring stories that will guide you on your journey to living your very best life. Don't forget to subscribe and follow us on Instagram at She Tells Story or wherever you listen to this podcast. Let's dive in and start this transformative journey together. Welcome to the Story of Spirit podcast. Welcome to the Astro Forecast for the week of January 20th to the 26th. This is a powerful week in the astrology. It's going to be a very Plutonic week. Pluto is about death, rebirth, and transformation, investigation, going to the depths of things. And this is going to be a good week to do that, whether it's introspection, researching a topic, looking deeper into something you're really interested in, researching something you want to go back to school for, or a course that you're trying to take. Whatever it is a good week to go deep within and introspect. So we start out the week on a second quarter phase of the moon in Libra. This is about balancing things. So this is going to be the theme for the week, is finding this balance and harmony between healing and joy, between our soul and our mind, between our bodies and doing things that are not so good for our bodies, right? You're trying to find this balance. And, there's no such thing as balance, right? Really, it's about recalibration. You're always recalibrating to meet the moment wherever you are at. So the first major aspect this week, and it's the biggest one, and you're going to feel it next week, you're going to feel it the week before, it's going to be the theme for this entire week, and it's the Sun conjunct to Pluto. Now, it happens once a year, but this time it's happening in Aquarius. And Aquarius and the Sun coming together in Pluto, Pluto and the Sun coming together in Aquarius, this is the energy of intellect, not ideation, but more so innovation, ingenious energy. But Pluto, again, is death, rebirth, and transformation. So when the Sun is Cazimi Pluto, meaning that they call it, Cazimi means in the heart of. So Pluto being in the heart of the Sun, it is transformation from the inside out. It's our vitality might not be feeling the most. We might actually be feeling a little triggery, right? Pluto is not a sunshiny, lovey planet. It is about really digging to the depths of who you are, what you're doing, and really revolutionizing, right? Kind of not ripping apart. It's like the wrecking ball, right? It's evolution, but it's in slow-mo. Right, it takes time. So every year that when Sun conjuncts to Pluto, it's kind of starting a new cycle with the Sun and Pluto. And this year it's happening in Aquarius. So the Sun is shifting into visionary Aquarius. So that just happened, right? The Sun moved into Aquarius. And now these are themes of transformation, empowerment, and uncovering hidden truths. So as we're looking deep within, sometimes these hidden truths don't feel so great, right? I mean, we're uncovering things that were hidden, and they are hidden for a reason. So when you're uncovering something that was hidden, the question to ask yourself is, why was it hidden? Right? What about this was it trying to tell me? Last year, this happened, happened when Pluto and the Sun moved together. So this happened last year on January 21st. On the 20th is when Sun and Pluto were conjunct on the 20th of 20th of January, and it was conjunct at the 0 degree of Aquarius. So now it's again having this same echo from last year. So ask yourself what you were doing on January 20th last year. Look back in your calendar, because I know my memory has zero awareness of what was happening back then. And now on the 21st, you're going to have that experience again in a different way. I mean, the planets are in different signs now than they were then, but there's still that same echo. This is a new continuation of that. So every time two planets come together in conjunction, it means that we are having a new cycle. So it's cycling upward. Think of it as a spiraling upward. And we're meeting this point again in the spiral of now, how much did you learn? So this is about taking back your personal power, making a lasting impact, embracing inner transformation, and releasing what no longer serves you, outdated ideas and fears. And be mindful, Pluto also rules power struggles. So you could be having power struggles, or where you feel like you don't have control. And there can be, Aquarius turned up too loud is idealization or righteousness, right? Feeling like, oh, they should know better, or we should go after them. So if you're feeling very righteous, I'm going to invite you to just tone it down a bit, because this actually means that you're not quite in control of your own power. You're trying to hold everybody else into their power, and you've come out of your own power. All right. And then our next aspect this week is on Thursday, January 23rd. And this is Mars sextile to Uranus. This is energy that is breakthrough, sudden and unexpected energetic shifts. And Mars is retrograde in Cancer. So you might get some almost I'm going to say unexpected turn of events on this day, or around this day, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. So it's an opportunity to channel emotional reflection into creative and innovative solutions. You may feel inspired to tackle old challenges with fresh new approaches. So this could be a gift in the retrograde, because you're getting to go back and try to tackle old problems, but with new ideas. And avoid rushing into anything, to make long-term changes. This could be erratic behavior, so you really want to protect against erratic impulsivity during this energy. You're wanting to make small, simple steps now. This would be a good idea. Also on Thursday, we have Mercury opposite Mars in the sky. And this opposition can create a tension between logical thinking and emotional reactions, because Mars is in Cancer. So the conversations can feel overly critical or really heated. So really just paying attention to your own temperature, how you're feeling in conversations, or if you notice that you're triggering other people because you're speaking truths, they might not be in a space to really reflect or receive those truths back to you, from you. So practice active listening and taking a moment to cool down before responding, right? We never want to react. We want to respond from a place of awareness. And Spirit is telling me the stop. So stop is no, it's SODA. Sorry, the acronym is SODA. So SODA is stop, observe, discern, and then act. Stop, observe, determine, and then react. So you want to stop and pay attention to how you're feeling. Observe, meaning look at what is happening. Look at what's happening within you. Look at what's happening within the other person. How are you both sort of reacting in trauma, maybe reacting on each other, trauma spewing or projecting, and seeing what is happening within you and what could be happening maybe for the other person. You don't actually know. So we can't assume anything. Then you want to discern. You want to discern a next course of action. What do you want to do? How do you want to react to preserve? What's the outcome you want? Really, you're always beginning with the end in mind, right? So that's a Stephen Covey quote. Begin with the end in mind. So, what do you want the outcome of this experience to be with you and this other person? If you're having a conflict or something is not kind of moving across properly to the other person, you want an outcome, and then I would work within that outcome. So, what are the actions then you need to take to get that outcome? So, stop, observe, discern, and act. SODA. You're really going to need that this week. Also on Thursday, it's a busy week, a busy day on Thursday. We have Mercury trine to Uranus. So this is innovative ideas, outside the box thinking, breakthroughs in communication. So this can be really helpful to some of this stuff that's going on with that Mars opposition. But the Mars opposition is bringing in frustration and conflict, and we want these kind of solutions, problem solvings, and new concepts to come in a place of safety. So I would not broach new opportunities or solutions when everybody's hot. No one can hear you. They're in fight or flight. Their brain's triggered. So you just want to wait till everybody calms down, and it might actually even be the next day. Right. I would just support the next day because this is the last aspect on this day. It means that it's kind of spilling over into the next day. So I'd maybe just wait a little bit when things calm down a little bit. So I'd even kind of, if you needed to have a hard conversation with somebody, I'd wait till Friday. And then Saturday, Venus trine to Mars retrograde. Mars is busy this week. This trine harmonizes the feminine and masculine energies, so fostering emotional and creative balance. It's a day to nurture relationships and focus on heartfelt connections. And then on Sunday, we have two aspects to round out the week. Mercury sextile to Neptune. This is a wonderful energy for creativity, for imagination, problem solving, spiritual practices, going to a retreat, doing some meditation, doing intuition practices. This is a good day for that. And then Sunday, the 26th as well, we have Venus sextile to Uranus. This is wonderful, exciting relationship opportunities, creative endeavors. This is a great day to go on a date and do something fun. So if you are with somebody that you've been with for a long time, or you're dating somebody, Sunday would be a really great time to create a fun date opportunity. So maybe like going axe throwing, or to a trivia night, or something that's just really fun, maybe outside the box, something that you wouldn't be usually doing in your repertoire of dates. Especially if you've been with someone for a long time, married for a long time, have kids. Go do something fun. Like, this would be a really great day to go on a date. And sometimes it's hard when you have little ones at home. So putting the kids to bed and then having, a little movie night or a games night or something just with the two of you. Again, if you have really young kids, sleep is like the paramount like requirement on this day. So you're not really wanting to go on a date or do anything. You might be just exhausted and you want to go to bed early. But there's a lot of energy. These aspects are kind of showing that there's going to be a lot of energy over the weekend. So I would say, going for a vigorous walk with the kids, or go kind of, if you want to go on a hike or do something, go to the gym, do something a little vigorous to get this energy out, because there's quite a bit of energy sort of building up this week, especially on the Thursday with the Mars opposite Mercury. You really want to work that energy out somewhere, because otherwise it'll go mind and then you'll just drive yourself crazy with that hamster on the wheel. All right. So wishing you a wonderful opportunities week this week to use this energy for outside the box thinking, breakthroughs in problem solving, wonderful connections in relationships, and noticing where the triggers are coming up and where you feel hot. You want to stop, observe, discern, and act. Wishing you a great week. Thank you for joining me on this episode of the Story of Spirit podcast. I hope you have found inspiration, support, and practical insights to help you align with your soul-led purpose and live a life that sets your soul on fire. If you have enjoyed today's episode, please subscribe to the podcast, leave a review, and share it with a friend. Your support helps us to reach more listeners and continues to provide valuable content. I sincerely appreciate every share, and I know it is how most people find me. It is because caring people like you have shared me with them at the right and perfect time. For more resources, insights, and to connect with our community, please visit us at www.shetellstory.com and follow us on Instagram at shetellstory. Remember, your journey to a more aligned and vibrant life is just the beginning, and I am here to support you every step of the way. Until next time, stay aligned, stay inspired, and keep shining your beautiful light. This is Shetell Story, signing off from the Story of Spirit podcast. Here's the legalese that's required by our lawyers. This podcast and the YouTube channel represents the opinions of She Tells Story and her guests to the show. The content should not be taken as medical, psychological, or financial advice. This series is informational and entertainment purposes only. Because each person is so unique, please consult your healthcare professional, your mental health dream team, your financial advisor, or anyone else that's an expert in the field in where you are thinking of making big choices in your life.